year anniversary, which is why I'm wearing these earrings, shiny earrings. I think these are from my wedding. Actually, I think I was wearing pearls, but this is definitely from my wedding. And this, with these earrings, is a set. And I wore my wedding dress today too. It still fits me 10 years later. There's little charms on this bracelet. Okay, today I'm doing a what's in my craft bag. What's in my craft bag? I mostly lately crochet and sew. I have a sewing machine that I use to sew. Should I up the light on here really quick so you can see me better and see the stuff in my bag better? Let me do it. There, maybe that will be a little bit better. Oh. Okay. So, yeah, let's just get started. This is my bag that I bring to like knit club and stuff. My friend got this for me years ago. It's perfect because it holds a lot, but it's not like huge. It can hold most of my crochet projects. This is the first thing I see. It is a hot glue gun. It's Friday night here in British Columbia, Canada, and there are a lot of cars driving by. People are going out for the night. Yeah, hot glue gun. I wonder if there's any other sounds I can make with it. It is very useful for, like, I made my coworkers and myself some dog ears for Halloween because we did a fundraiser at the winery that I work at for dogs. So we all dressed as dogs. It was very cute. So yeah, that is one thing. Where am I gonna put stuff? A Sharpie. Always needed. Not just for crafts. A lip gloss. Also not for crafts. I probably have this in here from bringing it to knit club. I probably won't show you all of my crochet hooks, but this is one of the smaller ones. It would just be very boring for me to pull out all like 20 crochet hooks that are probably in here. Crochet hooks are sized by the millimeter, and this one is a 4mm hook. And if you aren't familiar with like yarn crafts, crochet is it's like knitting, where you've probably seen knitting where there's two needles pointing at each other. Crochet is just one hook. One hook is all you need, and it's a different motion. But both of them make like clothing and stuff. Scarves, really anything, they can do the same type of things. We have some fabric scissors, they are very sharp. sharp. I'm kind of getting scared with how close they are to my face. Fabric scissors are usually sharper, more sharp than the scissors you just buy from like the craft store, to like the household scissors that you probably have in your house. They're also very pointy. Pointy. This is probably gonna be really loud, but these are beads. Beads. I'm gonna hold them back here. Oh, I'm sorry. I was sewing purses in the shape of martini glasses and in the shape of wine glasses, and I was beading them, so I have a bunch of different colors of beads. I have black. They're probably not all in this bag, too. There's probably some downstairs in my craft room, and I have pink. The pink was for rosé wine. Rosé wine. It's very pretty. It's very pretty pink. That's that. That's that. What else do I have? I have this smaller bag inside of the big bag. I'm going to put the big bag on the floor. On the floor. Okay, okay, okay. So, this is what I'm working on right now, and I'll show you one side of it, because one side is done. It's going to be a cover for my computer, my laptop, because I currently do not have a cover for my laptop. A case, not a cover. And I needed something to do with my extra yarn, my leftover yarn from all my other projects, and I thought I would try doing checkers, and I love this. I'll probably make some clothing with this checkered pattern. I'm obsessed. it's easier to transport. And for me, it's easier to design things with crochet. And if you have done both crochet and knitting, you'll know what I'm talking about. But I probably do not have enough time to really go in depth about why that makes sense if you don't know what I'm talking about. But knitting just seems to be bulkier, and with crochet, there's a lot of like making squares and stuff, portions of sweaters, and then connecting them at the end, all the different portions. Where with knitting, you're doing most of the sweater all at one time, or the blanket, or whatever you're making. Also, granny squares are very in right now. So, I've been doing a lot of granny square type of projects. I started crocheting when I was 30 years old. Before then, I mostly knit. And when I turned 30 on my 30th birthday, I took a crochet class. It was amazing. It changed my life, right? Because now I crochet all the time. And it was so cute. Cute to meet a bunch of other people that were also learning something new. Is there a spider on me right now? That's gonna be crazy if I see that during editing. So yeah, it was a great 30th birthday. It was exactly the type of thing I wanted to do. I love taking classes and learning new things and meeting new people. Like, it's so fun. That part of life is so fun. Anyways, yeah. This is my work in progress. Or WIP. These are the two balls of yarn that were extra yarn that I had from other projects that I'm trying to find stuff to do with, so that's why I'm using them. And I love neutrals like this. That's mostly what I use in my clothing and stuff. Gonna be honest. Oh, I forgot to say this in the beginning. I am filming new videos every day right now, so please subscribe if you want to see more of me. I don't know why I forgot to say that, but yeah, I haven't been feeling too hot today. It is that time of the month. And I've just been sick in general with a mysterious illness. So tack that on top of it. This is just a brown ball of yarn. I don't know why it's in there. crochet doesn't care if I have them on a plane. They're so small. And they have a little like bird on them. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that, but yes, they're great. They really come in handy. And then, oh, this is fun. This might make a good noise. Oh, shit. Sorry about that. If you can't tell, this is a measuring tape that's great for measuring things like around your head. The length of your arm. It's just nice because it's like fabric, it can move easily. You can measure the circumference of any body part. Any body part. Let's see, what else? What else? This is a little jar of needles. These are hand sewing needles, so like I use them to bead the purses I was making. They really just come in handy with anything that you need to sew. Here's something interesting. This is a huge needle that you would use for yarn. So those little needles would be used for like smaller thread. This would be used for like this yarn. When you get done with the crochet project, here I can show you. You're learning so much about crochet today that you didn't need to know. When you get done, there will be strings hanging off. And these strings right here, you will need to sew back into this. So you just take it, you put the needle around it, and then you sew it into the back side in the stitches so that it doesn't fall apart whenever you use it. Instead of making a big knot, you kind of thread it back and forth in the back of your project, and that holds it, locks it in. There's one more thing in here, and it is facial moisturizing lotion. This is probably because I brought this bag to work or something a long time ago and felt like I needed to bring facial moisturizing lotion with me. Sometimes my skin gets peely on my face, and it's good to have lotion nearby if I'm getting too dry. A pencil in this bag too. This is a graphite drawing pencil, and I must have been using it to draw before I was sewing things together. Sometimes you need to draw a line that you're going to sew. A line that you need to sew. Okay, last thing from this little bag. I have a few of these little embroidery flosses. So this is what I would use to put beads on and bead my crochet projects. We're getting lots of fabric sounds today. Okay. great for projects. Sometimes I make dog sweaters, especially for my friends. They need buttons to be able to button the sweater together on their dog. Oh, shoot. Okay, let's start putting things back in this bag. I have my yarn, my brown yarn, my beige and white yarn. Go back in this bag. The work in progress. And then let's put the wire in. Then I'll zip it up, up, up. It's very full. I don't know if it wants to zip. This is vegan leather. That, again, my friend bought me this bag set, and I love the vegan leather. It's lasted probably 5 years, and no scratches or anything, especially with all of my tools in it. Very important. She's a really good friend for getting this for me. And yeah, the little bag. The little bag goes inside the big bag. Let me see if there's anything else in the big bag to show you. An empty plastic bag. This is just how crafting stuff gets. You just like end up with random stuff everywhere because crafting is just messy. This is funny. A drum key. This is what you use to tighten the heads on drums. I don't know why it's in my craft bag. It shouldn't be. I definitely have many of these, but this one's on a little string. So you would take it and you would go to each little screw on the drum and you would go until it sounds good. You want them all to be pretty even. If you're interested, maybe sometime I could figure out an ASMR video with drums or like tightening drums. Could be good. Last but not least, for some reason, I have a couple of hard drives in here. Or what were these called? Thumb drives, that's what they were called in school. Thumb drive, I thought it would, maybe not. There's literally 3 of these in here. I need to see what's on these. Like, why would there be 3 of them? Maybe there was a deal and my husband bought 3 and then needed somewhere to put them and he put them in my bag. Alright, it was nice to see you guys. Thanks for stopping by. Subscribe if you want to see more of me again. I'm posting every day. And I hope you're having an amazing